guys, I need to film this video today, this afternoon, because I have so much washing to fold. I've had to force myself to say I need to film. I forced myself to film this video, which means I am forced to fold the washing. So thank you for one, enjoying these little chat videos that I do up and giving me the structure to having my Wednesday video go up. It should be going up early Wednesday morning, but given the way my computer is working at the moment, it won't be. But let's just work with it. I have got 4 laundry baskets to fold today, so I thought we could just do another one of my Chit Chat fold washings with me. So first of all, I thought I should touch base and ask how everyone is doing. There's been a lot happening in the news in regards to the C word, a lot in Australia. I haven't really, I feel rude saying it, I haven't paid a lot of attention to overseas. I'm kind of just focusing on my own backyard and just trying to get my head around what's happening in our little pocket of the world and that sort of thing. We have been very fortunate where I live, where my family live, that we haven't gone into extensive, massive lockdowns, and our cases, I don't know how, but we've managed to get them under control. Anytime there's an outbreak, we go full-blown hard lockdown and we get them under control quite quickly. So I know in that sense we are very lucky. But I did want to ask how everyone else is doing. I do know there are some states out there that are still in a significant lockdown. So I'm asking you, how are you feeling at the moment? I did watch the news the other day and I saw that there is a roadmap out of 2 lockdowns, and in regards to vaccination rates, case rates, and a few other bits and pieces. And it looks like come end of year, these lockdowns that seem to be occurring in Australia, I can only refer to Australia, like I said, because I haven't really watched the overseas news and seeing what's happening. If you know what's happening overseas in your area, feel free to share it below. But it looks like I don't have an ironing pile, do I? No, it looks like, yes I do, up the back. It looks like come end of year, these lockdowns, we're going to be out of them. So I'm hoping for everyone for Christmas that there is something that we can enjoy, whether that's having a barbecue with more friends, whether that is family can travel to visit other family. I'm not too sure. I just hope anything positive compared to where a lot of you are now. I'm sure there is something that is going to change given how everyone is progressing with what is required to get out of these lockdowns. So I just thought I would start by seeing how everyone is doing. I know it's been a long time and it's easy to forget when your norm is different than an extended, significant lockdown. So I just want to touch base to let you know that I still think of you guys on the regular, and I am very mindful about what I am posting on Instagram. And a lot of you have messaged me saying, no, we love it, but I am very mindful that some of you can't go to the parks, you can't go to the shops, you can't walk through Kmart and that sort of thing. So I am trying to do my part to not that I'm putting it in people's faces, I'm just being very mindful that there are people that can't do those kind of things. So that's how I want to start the video. I feel like that might have been a bit sad for some people, but I'm trying to be uplifting to sort of say, I want to see how everyone's going, how you're feeling. And if you're not in lockdown, I would love to know how you're feeling as well. It's getting to that busy, well for me, it feels like it's getting to that busy time of, someone's car's going off and it's not mine, it's in the garage. It's getting to that busy time of year, and I don't know how to explain it, but for us in Australia, we're going into my kids aren't in school, but it's going into the last semester, last term. I don't know what schools do. Uni was semester, so schools must be terms. And it just gets busy, I think, because Christmas starts to come up. Although there's Christmas decorations now and there's Halloween decorations out now. I find that really confusing. Halloween's not huge in Australia, but we do have decorations out. but at the same time we've now got Christmas decorations out. And then I just find it's the end of year, winding down, going into summer. So much planning happens going into summer. So we're looking at going camping, little weekend trips away, weekend trips away, and it just gets consumed. And a lot of our friends have birthday parties or birthdays at the second half of the year. So my son has a birthday, my husband has a birthday, my dad just had his birthday. There's no other birthdays at the end of the year I'm trying to think of off the top of my head. And then it's Christmas and it's summer and it's busy and it's go, go, go. And I just don't feel much of a breather between now and New Year's. And for us next year, we've got little man starting school. So that's just a whole world of unknowns there. And I'm doing my best to manage it. I'm getting things in place now. And you've heard me talk about getting him onto sandwiches away from crackers and that sort of thing. So I feel like we're getting there. We're actually putting a bit more, well, I'm putting a bit more structure into his daytime activities, and I'm trying to structure it so, are these folded? No. I had someone message me once and they said, why don't you just take your washing off the line and fold it as you put it into the basket? And I said, that just makes sense. So instead of having to chuck it into a basket and then double handling doing this, but then I don't have time to spend 20 minutes each load folding it, and then that load that's folded, I don't know, I kind of find it easier to do like 5 or 6 loads of washing, dump it all on the floor somewhere when it's dry. That's right, it just gets dumped on the floor somewhere or into multiple baskets, and then when I have the time, I'll spend half an hour to sit down and fold it all. That seems to work for me. One thing I would love to do in the next house that we're currently renovating is have somewhere where I can actually put like a drawer or a cupboard or somewhere where I can put washing to be folded, washing to be ironed, because at the moment it just sits in baskets in my lounge room, like in a corner. I have like a corner, and that's where my ironing sits and my folding sits. I need like an area, because I'm pretty good. I'm like, okay, we're running low on clothes, I need to do some folding and some ironing. And I'd be pretty good, I think, at having a area where it's in like a cupboard. I can walk into that cupboard, pull it out and get it done. Because when I've got people that come over, I've just got like baskets randomly sitting in my lounge room that, yes, I chuck into my garage and close the door, but I think I need like a dedicated space. I've been thinking about that. We're trying to put in a laundry chute, so where the kids' bathroom is, or the main bathroom, if we don't put an ensuite in, where the main bathroom is, right downstairs from it, I've designed the laundry to go, and it's actually the most cost-effective place for the laundry to go. So I'm kind of excited if I can get a laundry chute put in. That was one dream, instead of throwing things over the stairs, down the stairs, and putting them into the laundry. My kids kind of thought that was a game for a while, and we started throwing toys off the stairs. So anyway, I'm getting off topic there, but topics. So there's meant to be a massive storm today. They had storm warnings out for today, tomorrow, and the following day, or maybe the following day after that. For the next 3 days, there's storm warnings. They started these storm warnings 3 days ago, and they're saying pretty much brace yourself. Like, they're gonna be pretty intense. So I've made sure the backyard today, like, it's actually getting really windy. I've taken the shade sail down from the kids' trampoline. I have packed up all their sandpit stuff. We got them a little sandpit thing the other week. I have taken all of their balls. They should be fine. And I put them in the tent. The tent's got like one of those nets around it. I'm assuming the balls will be all safe in there. And then everything on the deck outside, I've kind of like pulled back under the house. Because it's getting actually really windy out there, and I don't know if I'm expecting like a storm, and we get pretty intense summer storms. This is really early in the season to get storms like potentially we're going to get. And the other thing is too, for the past 2 weeks I've been putting grass seed down in the backyard. We rent where we currently are, and there is a heritage listed tree that we share with the neighbors behind us, to the side of us, and nothing can get done with it. And it's so big, I've mentioned it before, it is so big we cannot get grass to grow. But in summer, we learnt last year, there's like a little window in summer where you can actually get grass. So for 2 weeks, I've been out there with grass seed, sowing seeds into the ground and getting the grass to grow. And she's growing, she's going green. But about a day and a half ago, I went back out and I like put grass seeds down in the areas where obviously the grass wasn't really growing, and all I need now is it to storm and flood and wash it all away. So I'll do a vlog maybe next week of just what the kids and I are getting up to, hanging around the house, and I'll show you how the grass is looking. It's actually looking really good. I'm actually very impressed. I didn't want to put money into this property. When we came in, there was no grass, and the owners that have here are actually our neighbour, and they have no expectation that when we go, we're meant to make the lawn pristine. And I didn't want to spend money on a property. I'm like, no. You know what I mean? But we've got a whole summer here, and I just thought we're going to have to do something. So we spent the money and put grass seed down. I could have gotten turf. I wasn't spending that much money to get turf put down in the backyard. That definitely was too expensive to do, and I'd rather save that for when we do our renovations. But so that's all the updates I guess I sort of have there. Bit of an update to start the video, and I've got lots of foldings. We can have a good chat. So go into your kitchen and start doing your preps, or grab your washing and fold it with me, and we can just get on with the video, because I know you guys actually really enjoy when I do these videos. You don't necessarily watch me, you just put me on the background, and I'm kind of like a podcast. I'm not gonna do a podcast. Don't ask me to do a podcast. It's not gonna happen. That's nope, sorry. But you guys just sort of put around and do housework in the background, and it kind of gives you something to listen to. So get yourself set up for that, or grab your coffee and sit down and watch as I do the washing, and you can nod your head at me and shake your head at me. But for me, going into this busy time of year, and it starts to get busy, and obviously for us the sun's out a bit longer, it's going into summer, so we tend to do more activities, go to the beach, have longer days. I have started to not change my routine. I have been reviewing my routine. Now, we have not been in lockdown, but I have feeling a bit heavy, a bit sort of like and I've gotten, not that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so lazy. I feel like I've gotten slack and lazy at some things, and not being very, oh my nose is so itchy. I think some dust went up it. Not very disciplined, and I've just been finding for like the past couple of weeks, it's late afternoon, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get dinner sorted. Oh my goodness, the kitchen is a pigsty. I haven't cleaned it throughout the day, and I'm usually pretty disciplined in that sort of stuff. So I sat down the other night and I said to myself, there's a couple of things I want to change, and I started to do them. So I thought I'd come on here and share them with you, and feel free to agree with what I've done or disagree, or maybe this will get you into a bit of a, I think I need to do the same. Or you can say, yes, been there, done that, and I agree. This is where my tea towels are gone. Oh, I think there's dust. I had to put this stuff in the dryer the other day, and I think with the lint that comes off of it, it's just sort of, my pants have actually covered in white stuff too. So some of the things I have, oh, excuse me. Oh. This is why I like to hang washing outside, because I think the air sort of like gets all the lint off some of the fabrics and that sort of thing. I feel terrible. I don't know if you can see up close my tea towels. They are so badly stained. I actually bought new ones from Target the other week. They had a really good clearance sale on, but I refuse to get them out until we move, and then these tea towels become like rags. But these are so badly stained, so if you come to my house to visit and you ask to get a tea towel, I apologize in advance. But routine wise, so I have been getting very lazy on my iPhone, on my phone, excuse me, my nose. It's been so easy just to sit down and scroll through my phone, where I could be more productive with my time. So what I've decided to do is I do not check my phone before 8 AM unless someone's calling or texting. I was on my phone as soon as I woke up, and I was scrolling Instagram, replying to messages. I'm like, I don't think that's a good way to start my day. I never get, well, I get a couple of negative messages and that sort of thing, but they're not like it's a bad messages that I'm reading and it's getting me down, I just think it's a great way to start the day. So when I wake up now, the kids are usually jumping on the bed, waking us up, which is fine. Let's use this basket here for ironing, because that pile at the back's getting quite big. I can't actually find my husband's and I baskets. They're upstairs somewhere, so I'm kind of just working off piles at the moment. I love these crates. And then before bed, I'd like to, we were going to bed at like 10:30, 11 every night, and I'm a person that tends to need more sleep than less sleep. And then we were getting woken up at like 5:30, 6 in the mornings, and I was just getting grumpy and agitated, and it was actually taking me a while to get going in the morning. So I was like, no, 8:30, I need to make sure that whatever I'm doing, whether it's editing, watching TV, cleaning, playing on my phone, 8:30 is the point where I need to say I need to start stopping, go upstairs, have a shower, hop into bed, and read a book. I don't know if this is a good thing to admit or not, but I don't think I have read a book, and even my husband pulled me up on it because he actually bought me the book I'm reading 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, and I have not read it. And it's an awesome book. It's I think it's called The Line. It's based on a true story about a young little boy in India who went on a train and got lost. He was like 4 or 5 years old. They had to put him into an orphanage. Someone adopted him from Australia. It's a great book. I love non-fictional books. I just love that it really happened, and I can feel what is taking place more so than like a sci-fi or a fictional book. So every night now at 8:30, I'm like, I need to start stopping what I'm doing, go upstairs, have my shower, whatever I need to do, whether it takes me an hour because I'm washing my hair or doing a skincare routine or tanning or just putting washing away while I'm up there and getting sidetracked. I'm not gonna lie, it does happen. I need to go into bed after that and read a book until 9:30, unless I'm really tired, then I'll just go to bed. But 9:30, and then I'd like myself to start going to sleep. And I am finding, apart from 2 nights ago, I did have 2 Tim Tams before bed and I just could not sleep. But overall, I'm finding I'm relaxing and going into sleep a lot quicker than I normally would, sitting on my phone and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I'm not even really watching anything. I do come across the odd Instagram where I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a good tip, or I like that, or interesting. Or I'll find something on the YouTube channel and I get into that YouTube portal, and then 3 hours later I realize it's 11:30. It's a dangerous trap to get into. So 9:30 is my cutoff, and then I'd like to put myself to sleep, which I have been doing, and it's actually worked quite well. So I have sort of changed that in the mornings as well. And this sounds really, well, you should just be doing that anyway, and I am a big believer of it, but I'm also a mum, and I get that some mornings you're just too busy and it's harder to function to get that happening as breakfast. I get my kids up and I get them breakfast fed and dressed, and while that's all happening, I'm usually sipping on a coffee to wake myself up, to get myself going and functioning for the day. And then it's either we're out the door because we're going somewhere, or we're downstairs playing, and then it's like 10 o'clock and I'm like, I haven't eaten. So I am trying. I'm not doing very well at it, but I am trying. Sorry, my nose is itchy again. I'm trying to have breakfast in the morning. So what I have done, and I think I might share it on one of my grocery haul videos, is I'm starting to prep breakfast. And by that I mean I get a container, I put some yogurt in it, I put some fruit in it, I put some granola on top. So in the mornings, all I have to do is open the lid and eat it. It's like with my kids' yogurts. They want a yogurt, it's already in their Cinchi pouches, they open the lid and they can eat it. I don't really need to do anything for them. So I'm trying to make it easier for myself to not have a barrier to do it. And I feel better when I have breakfast. I know I do. I don't pick eat. I don't graze all day. I don't get headaches. Where's that in there? I actually feel better when I have breakfast, and I find when it comes to dinner, I'm not wanting a massive dinner because I haven't eaten all day and I'm absolutely starving. I'm actually having a decent sized dinner, and this has got nothing to do with weight loss or even health. It's how I feel when I eat better foods. It's like when I've got the pre-cut carrots in the fridge, I can pull them out and have that with some dip or some cheese, than having nothing prepped, and I'm like, there's nothing to have, and you tend to gravitate towards more of the packaged food because it's already set up ready for you. So I'm making some changes, and I'm definitely noticing it. I'm also trying to do a workout once a day. At the moment it's really hard because we've had bad weather, but I am trying. My sister actually picked these up for my kids. She got these, Mum dropped them around the other day, from Kmart. They're little like raincoats for probably 2 or 3 years from now, which is fine. They were $25 and she got for $2 each. $2 each. So I'll put those away. When my kids get clothes that are too big for them, I've actually got boxes in their rooms. So my daughter, my kids have actually got an older cousin, a girl. So my daughter tends to get a lot of hand-me-downs from her. So I've got like 3 or 4 boxes in her room. It's nothing flash, but it's a good system. So this is hand-me-down from her too. So my niece never wore this. And this is a size 7. So this will just go into the size 7 box. And when she's old enough, I just take that box out and fill her wardrobe up. And then I do the opposite. So I've got 2 empty boxes that I can fill. So when my kids outgrow a piece of clothing, I put them into those boxes in their wardrobes. I feel like I'm getting off track with a lot of our topics today, but that's okay. I put them into those boxes, and when they're full, I can then do like a donation delivery. Instead of having to then go through a wardrobe and pull it all out, as I know that doesn't fit them, I just put them into these boxes, and when the boxes are full, we just deal with the charity situation and donate or give to friends if friends fit them and that sort of thing. But yeah, changing my routine. So I'm trying to do a workout every day. I still love the Chloe Ting workouts on YouTube. She has a great channel, no equipment needed. It's a 10-15 minute workout. My kids do it with me. I can literally do it in my pajamas. There's low intensity, there's high intensity, and I just feel really good about it. And when the kids are at daycare and kindy Wednesdays and Fridays, so 2 days a week, I'm forcing myself to go for a walk. Literally rain, hail or shine, unless there's a storm outside, I am taking myself for a walk. So the other day it was crazy windy. It was a Friday and I was like, before I get these groceries, I'm going for a walk. And I put my headphones in and I just power walked and jogged a little bit and got it done, and I felt so much better as well. I don't belong there either. And that was one of my, not New Year's resolution, one of my New Year's words was energy. I just wanted to feel more energy, and I know when I go for a walk, the natural endorphins just kick in and I feel so much better. And I mentioned to my husband the other night, I used to have a gym membership, and just with kids not sleeping some nights and me feeling tired some days and having to pay for crèche, having to pay for the actual gym membership, I just didn't find the value in it for me. I was paying for it some weeks and I couldn't get there because the kids were sick, or I was up all night with them, or something had come up. So that's why I decided doing my walks. I still have odd socks, this is fine. I'm looking into buying just a cheap second-hand, what do you call them, like an exercise bike where I can just ride in the garage while the kids are playing. Or sorry guys, obviously a sign I've been talking too much and my camera is now full. I've had to change the memory card. So yeah, even if it's like raining outside or too windy and I'm at home, or the timing doesn't line up for something, it's late at night, I can just get an exercise bike and I can pick them up on like Marketplace for like $100, I've been some for $50. So I'm thinking of doing that. So I have made some small changes to my day. Oh my goodness, it feels like pollen or the lint up my nose. I have made some changes throughout my day and I'm feeling a lot better. And I haven't made massive changes. I mean, putting my phone down and reading a book. I'm still in bed. Instead of scrolling on my phone, I'm reading a book. I'm doing something that's giving me better knowledge. It's helping me relax in the evening, to get tired, to want to go to bed. I'm changing how I'm eating my foods. Instead of eating a massive dinner, I'm starting my day off better by having breakfast, whether it's a piece of toast or an apple or granola and yogurt, whatever, or scrambled eggs, whatever it is. I'm trying to have breakfast every day. Some days I don't, I'm not gonna lie. And what was my other thing that I'm doing is my exercise, and I'm just trying to make better steps and choices going into what's going to be a busy season and a busy start to next year, and is still a little bit unknown on things. And I'm feeling really good. I'm actually feeling really, really good. I've got more motivation. I have more energy to clean the house, cook things, bake things, be with the kids, go to the park, go for bike rides, play on the trampoline, all that kind of stuff. And I've just made a few changes. So my routine has changed a little bit. I'm interested to know what you have done when you've gotten into a funk to change things. What have you thought about after listening to me ramble for how knows how long this video? And you might have gone, oh, that's a really good point. That's probably where I like to need to change some things too. Because my camera SIM card has gotten full. I'm assuming I've got data on there as it is, but I'm assuming this video's gone probably long enough, so I'm going to leave it there. I got all my folding done. I actually had quite a bit to get fold. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I hope you're well and I hope you were safe, and I'm hoping these storms aren't too intense the next couple of days if you are in Queensland or northern New South Wales. And we will talk soon, guys. Bye. I want summer, so let's